Hello, 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 and welcome, welcome. I am here. It's Friday. I'm super tired, but just from the fatigue of this 7.5, I said 12.5. Geez Louise, I am tired, but I'm here and I'm doing it. So how is everybody? How is everybody? It's a Friday night. I can't believe it's a Friday night. I have my little drink here. Do you guys have a drink with you? Tonight we were going to talk. At first, I was going to talk about the Tracy Ellis Ross of it all. And I decided to postpone that because I was trying to find a title that kind of goes with GLP-1. And it was a stretch. It was a stretch. So I need some more time to be clever and think of that. So that's the reason why. And then I thought, okay, well, I am celebrating 1 year on YouTube, one whole year. I cannot believe I've been on YouTube for a year. And I said I was going to text my friends and tell them to watch, and I didn't even get to do that. I didn't get to text them and say anything. Maybe I'll text them while I am sitting here and telling them I'm on YouTube, celebrate my 1 year anniversary. So I had such a busy day and working on this video, and I had to restructure something with this video. It'll come out tomorrow. But if you remember, like if you're one of the, I think it's the Dynamite Divas or Shimmering, what is my other membership called? Shimmering supporter. They probably saw it already. So, but I was kind of working on that. So I've just been busy as a bee and tired from this 12.5 milligrams. So at the end, when we start doing our celebrations, I'll, have to talk about that. Geez Louise, it's been a rough, a rough week for me. All right, so who do we have in the chat? We have the Mel B, Mel to the B. How did you get here so fast? She says, hello, Dee, fellow divas and gentlemen. We have Miss Harjarine. She's saying hello. We have Felicia Marie B. We have Linda's Journey. We have Lakeisha. We have Miss Tammy. We have Jen F is in the house. And we have Carol. Hey, Carol. I love that little pink hand. Jen is driving to work. Okay, Jen. All right. We're not going to say anything risque so you can focus. Simply Taisha, she says, hey, Dee and Divalicious fam. We have Joe. Oh, I just love Joe. Joe, she says, hey, folks, hope you're all well and ready for the weekend. Now, what time is it in the UK, Joe? What time is it there? You're hanging in there with us. We have Kirsten's Memory. She said, hello, Downsizing Diva. And she loved meeting Simply Taisha on that cruise. All right. We love that. We have Tammy is saying hello. Delilah, she says hello, everyone. Hope you're all well. Weather hasn't been kind to the East Coast this week. It's been super hot here, and I think it's starting to cool down. We're going to take a turn on the cool side here, so I'm looking forward to that. All right, very good. All right. She's talking to Harjarine. The cross. Hello, everyone. Happy weekend. I love that. The cross is here at the cross. I always think of that. Losing it with Grace. She says, evening, Dee and GLP-1 friends. Hello. Who else do we have? We have Harjarine says she's sipping on a bottle of water. I was going to ask you guys, what are you drinking? Valerie Campbell, thank you. She says, congratulations. I appreciate that. Thank you. Linda, thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Congratulations on the first year. Wishing you continued success. Thank you. I appreciate that. She says, hey, Queen, have you considered B12 shots for the fatigue? No, I haven't, but I might have to do something. I take a multivitamin. And actually, you know what? This week I haven't taken my multivitamin. I've been taking, because it's so many. I have so many things I'm taking. So I've been taking, black seed oil. I've been taking magnesium, vitamin D, and it's another one that CQ10. I've been taking those. And so I didn't take my multivitamin. this week, and I know it has B12. I actually have B12. That's the liquid drops. I could take those. I just haven't. I have anything you name. I have it. It's just a matter of taking it and following through with taking it. So I need to do that. But I just see it's the 12.5 of it all, you know. So this is what I'm drinking, and I bring this up because Bellflower told me to add. So I have a Starbucks drink. So this earlier, look at my nails. I finally got my nails done. I don't know if you can see the pink with this monitor I got going on here. But what was I going to say? Now, my face doesn't look so puffy. I'm looking at myself. My face doesn't look so puffy. When I was in that video with Allie, my face was so puffy. It doesn't look as puffy. So I'm probably retaining water and all kind of stuff because I told you I'm having symptoms of a cycle with no cycle. If I could just hold out for 2 more months, I would be full through menopause. I can't even believe I'm saying that, but yeah. So anyway, this morning I got up and I thought, okay, you know, I knew I had my Pilates at 10 o'clock and I was like, I should have eaten a banana or something, but my banana was too ripe. I didn't want it. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to plug through, get to this Pilates. So I didn't eat so I thought I'll eat when I'm done. Well, I ended up stopping at Starbucks because I felt a little nauseous. Like this was a lady I've never, experienced her Pilates before. And it was a good workout. And so someone told me to stop at Starbucks, just get something to drink. And so I did. I got what's it called? Mango passion fruit? No wonder this tastes different. She didn't give me the right drink. Okay, wait a minute. I just saw this. Okay, I was about to say, this tastes a little different than what I'm used to. But so she didn't give me the right drink. But anyway, whatever it was, it tasted okay, right? It tasted okay. But anyway, so Bellflower told me to add some electrolytes to this Starbucks drink. So that's actually what I ended up doing. So this is what I have here. So it's the electrolytes. So I'm hoping it gives me a little pickup boost. I just don't know. It's just the injection. I don't know. And I just took it. I was supposed to take it Wednesday night, and I ended up taking it Thursday night and not Wednesday night. So it's kind of fresh for me. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with that. But thank you. Joe says, what a milestone, DD, excited for next year. Me too. Let's see. Yay to your first year on YouTube. Congratulations, Dee. Thank you, Paula. Oh my goodness. How are you? It's so funny because Paula and I met on a different channel. We met on the different channel and we've been talking ever since. We met up in the comment section. I always say I can make a friend anywhere. Bellflower, how are you? So I talked to Bellflower, we're planning a get together in person for next year, right? So for next year. And so I talked to her today, like right before this live, because I knew I wanted to bring it up here. And so, we're going to be working on planning that, but I am going to mention something about it tonight. So if you're interested in that, we're going to be talking about that. Thank you, Mel. She says, please hit the like button. Thank you all. Thank you. All right. So we have a good group in here. This is going to be kind of interactive. I'm going to be talking about my little YouTube journey. So, as you know, I started my YouTube channel June 26th of 2024. So a year. So it's a year and a day. And I did not see myself on it this long, to be honest. I can't believe I'm on it. Not that I thought I was going to quit, but because once I started. But I didn't see myself doing this, I should say. So when I say this long, I didn't even see myself starting it and doing it. So once I did it, I didn't see myself being on camera. I thought I was just going to be like one of those people that talk to the outside of the camera. So I'm so excited, about that. And I can't believe it. I'm one of those people though, if I'm in, I'm all in, right? And so when I first came on here, I thought I'm going to do everything that YouTube has to offer, right? So anything YouTube had to offer, I was going to do it. So the first thing I did was I went live. I said if I got 50 subscribers or lost 50 pounds, whatever came first, I was going to jump on you live. And so that's what I ended up doing. I got on live. So anybody who's afraid out there, I was afraid. I didn't even want to be on camera. And I remember my first video, and I'm going to try to show you guys my first video that I ever did with showing my face. Now, the first one I ever did, my face wasn't on it, right? But the first one that my face was on, I hope they let me stream it because, my memory is kind of going on this computer. I've been live and racking up so much memory on this computer. This computer, can you guys believe this? This computer is about 10 years old that I'm using. It's super old. I can't believe it has hung in there this long. I'm probably going to have to replace my computer. But that's okay because it came in handy. I have an external drive where I'm copying things over, but it's just the whole process of like the programs. It's not even about the computer and data from the videos. All those videos are kind of off on the external drive. This is just like the programs that I have on here is taking up the space, and I don't think can expand it anymore. So yeah. So anyway, so I think that's one of the things that was happening with my, StreamYard, but I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. So, but anyway, back to that. So I said, I'm doing what do you call it? Live. So I went live. I started going live, and then it just blossomed from there. And then I remember they had video premieres, and I never saw anybody in our genre premiering a video. So I was like, okay, what is this? What does this mean? So I looked it up. And I premiered a video, and I remember, I'll never forget, it was me and Simply Taisha and 2.0 Mommy. I was texting with them, and they had their husbands watching. Now, I know for sure 2.0 Mommy did because I remember her texting. With the video premiere, and we were texting back and forth, and it was just so cool. I was like, I can't believe I did that. I didn't know what it was to premiere a video. So now, of course, when people see you do stuff, they try it out, and I've seen more and more people do it. And the reason why I don't always do it is because I think, when you premiere a video, unless you do it in advance, like I wasn't doing it far enough in advance. When I wasn't doing it far enough in advance, people just happen to see it. Maybe they see it. We've been having a hard time with these notifications. So I haven't really used it as much as, I did when I first got introduced. When something is new and novel, you just do it. So I haven't really done that in a while, like just, kind of did that. So I want to kind of get back to that maybe. But then I said, okay, they have memberships, so once I got to 500 subscribers, I said, I'm going to look into the memberships. Like, what is that? I want to do that. So that's why I have memberships, and so that was just something new and interesting, and I'm still trying to figure out how to do all that and manage the membership, and I kind of have some ideas about that, but I'll kind of keep you posted with that. But I do have some members, so thank you to my members, and I'm going to announce who you are. I gotta find who you are. I have them on a list, and I'm going to print those out and announce those tonight before it's all said and done. So I appreciate you guys being supportive. And you know what, even if you're not a member, the fact that you come to these lives, that is the support. I appreciate that because I can be in here talking to myself, but it's much funner to be talking with you. So we have Limitless Living with Shanta. Yes. Hello, and welcome. So if you're somebody out there that is new to YouTube or new to the weight loss journey, really they're kind of very similar. They're very similar in that it's unpredictable, right? You never know what's going to happen. I never know what's going to happen with these YouTube videos. I never know what's going to happen with my weight from week to week. And people may say, well, you have control over the video, you're putting it out. You do, but you don't have control over the response of the people. And a lot of times a video that I think is really good, it doesn't really get a lot of views. So it's kind of hard to know what people, what's going to resonate with people. Now, some people who support you, they're going to watch whatever you do, right? So you have those people, but you're also trying to reach kind of like the masses out there. So I'm still trying to figure all that out. I don't even know if there's a way to figure it out. I have no idea. But So that's one of the things. And then I wanted to tell you guys too, when I started, when I was looking on YouTube, and I said I was looking for somebody who was like my same weight, my same height. We all do that, and it didn't matter what color, because I don't care what color you are. What you weigh is what you weigh, and we're all trying to fight this obesity, disease out there. And so I was just trying to find people that were kind of my same weight, same height. And that's why, my interview with Allie is kind of special to me in a way, because she was one of the first people I saw that was making videos at all. She started, I want to say she started in November. And the other people I started watching they didn't start until like February. And I started my channel in June. So she was one of those people. But one of the people that I really watched and just loved her was Patrice Denise. The Patrice Denise. She was one of the people that I started watching early on, way before, and she's been on here for so long doing her thing. So I love that. I love to see that. And I watch her now, and I don't always get to comment, but what I love about her is that first of all, she's very spiritual, and I feel that connectedness with her. But her videos, like the way she edits and puts her videos together, it's just seamless. Like, I just love that. I don't know what she's using, what program she has going on, just her music, the way she puts her videos together. It just seems so professional, and I love a professional, polished type of look. So I love that. So that was kind of like my early on, but I was looking for people to interview, because my friends, when I first started YouTube, when I first started the Mounjaro, said, what is going to happen? How do you know, nothing's going to happen to you? How do you know that this is safe? And I said, well, I don't know, but I do know what being overweight is going to do to me long term. I don't know what this medication is going to do, but I know if I stay in the same situation, we all know how this story goes. And so I didn't want to take a chance and do that. Like, why not take a chance and do something different? So that is what I did. But what shocked everybody is that I went on YouTube, because I'm a very private person. When I tell you I'm private, I am private. And I tell you, it's, for good reason. But I think people have to realize, I am a teacher. I'm still an active teacher. I plan on retiring here soon. But, you just have to be careful, just like you wouldn't want to see your kids' teachers, doing things that's, saying things or doing things. Or even, I don't even know if you want to see them at all. But you just kind of have to be careful, what you're doing and what you're saying, and saying political views, and and sometimes when you're live, I think this is why a lot of people are afraid to go live, is you never know what's going to happen. You can't control it. You don't know what you're going to say. I have some control, whereas I could, maybe, my moderators are pretty much in control of this chat though. But I have some control over what I do and say. But sometimes when you're talking off the cuff, you never know what you're going to say or do. And so I just try to be careful with that. I'm not on Facebook for that reason. I had kids sending me messages and things like that, and I realized fast I need to get off of Facebook. Especially I have some of the boys doing it, and it's just, with all things going on, the last thing I need is for somebody to say, I was texting with this kid, and all of that. So I don't even get into that. So I just stay off social media. And that's one of the reasons why, I'm really big time of all social media, just for that whole reason. And, I even have kids in my class, I teach third grade, and they'll say, oh, we looked for you on Facebook. We looked you up. At one point I was on Facebook a little bit. And so when I had that kid say that, I thought, oh no, I'm getting off of here. And I know you can make it private, but there are times when it goes down. It doesn't always work. It's not always private. And then I just think of it's some people that aren't stable out here. I do realize that. I dabbled in Instagram a little bit because they were saying, oh, this is how you grow your channel. You go on Instagram. So I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to go on there, Downsizing Diva. And I've had some people in my chat, some guys just doing some weird things. First of all, sending pictures, doing some weird things. Some people look perfectly fine, but it's just kind of like I'm leery about that. So that all kind of makes me a little bit more careful, because you just never know what is going on, what's going on with some of the folks. So anyway, so yeah, so that's kind of how I started with the interviewing, like trying to find people that were, that's had 100 pounds or more to lose. That's what was my initial goal. And then one night I was up 2 o'clock in the morning doing my nails, and I saw this girl, Janaea Nicole. And she was a influencer, and really she could be my daughter, because she's in her 30s. I'm in my 50s, my early 50s. And I saw her and I thought, I got to talk to this girl. Everything she said, even though we were decades apart, it just resonated with me. And so I said, I'm going to find her and ask her to interview with me. And I give her a lot of credit. I should have invited her tonight. I didn't even think to. But I wanted to, at the time, she had like 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers. And now I think she has a ton more of that. And, I said, let's interview. And the funny thing is, even though she had been on YouTube forever, she had never gone live. So I was the first one that she went live with. And we just were like, we didn't plan it. And she just was like, are we going live? Are we not? I said, no, we weren't. I was recording this, but do you want to go live? And she's like, I'll go live. So we went live. And I'll never forget, we ended up having 3 other people join us on the live. And so the lives took off from there, with me and my whole YouTube journey. And then, so I just figured, geez, Louise, like, again, I'm one of those people, I'm going to go for it. So she was my first interview. But she had not lost 100 pounds. She was on Zepbound. And I think at that time she had lost like 60 or something. And so I reached out to Mindy Peterson. I don't know. I think that's her name, Mindy Peterson. And I don't know, you guys probably follow her channel, but she had lost 100+ pounds at the time. And so I had talked to her. She, came on the interview with me, and she was a sweetheart. Like, that lady, if you watch that video, like, if you have to go back and watch the video, because in that video, I mean, she just knew her story. You know what I'm saying? Like, she knew her story. She told it so well. She talked about her struggles. She talked about how she got from point A all the way to Z. I just thought she did a nice job of sharing her story. And, I really want to shout out to her, because I think her, she was and she had a big following too. So the fact that she interviewed with me. So now I'm at this point, and I have some big interviews coming up here, hopefully, before Christmas time. I'm going to say before Christmas, because you never know. But I consider myself blessed that people who have much bigger channels than me, obviously they come and watch your channel if they decide to be on there. I'm sure some people probably do, or they've heard about you. So, the fact that people trust me to come on here and tell their story, that is just, I'm just excited about that. And, I really appreciate that, because, if you're a bigger channel, you don't have to come on my small channel. And so the fact that people do and trust me to, tell their story and to interview them. And I was looking at one of my older interviews, and I was like, geez, Louise, I have gotten a little better, the way I started out, you see growth in yourself over time. I think that is so cool. And, one thing about me is, I am going to ask. If it's something I want to know, I'm going to ask. I don't shy away from it, but I'm also going to do it and, be protective of you and the fact that you came here to share with me. I'm never going to put somebody out there and try to make them, have an I got you moment, like none of that. And so I just love that. I love the interviews that I'm doing too. So I just love my channel. I love everything about my channel. I think my channel has it going on. I will say that. And I say that because it's all about, women's issues. And if we can fit the men in too, we'll take the men here too. And I do realize some of the discussions are not necessarily the men, but for men. But I always say, if you have a mother, a sister, I'm getting warm here. If you have a mother, if you have a sister, if you have a daughter, if you have nieces, all those people can benefit from the things that we're sharing. We're talking about, PCOS. We're talking about getting mammograms over here. We're talking about, strength training. We're talking about, osteoporosis. If you guys see the videos, if anybody ever said like, oh my gosh, somebody just did a video like that and Dee Dee's putting hers out. Well, I did mine like 3 weeks ago. I have so many videos that I just I need an editor. I don't have an editor. And I've been getting like these messages from people wanting to edit videos for me, but I don't trust that. It's like, I don't know. And plus I can't even afford it if I wanted to. But Joe, love your lives, Dee Dee, towards the new computer. What laptop are you going to get? Well, thank you so much for that. We got to give you some. Let's see. Wait, here we go. We got to give you some thanks. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You know what? I think I might want to get an Apple computer. For years I didn't get an Apple. I have Apple everything. The earphones. I don't have a Apple Watch because I just don't want that something around my wrist, another thing that gives off radiation, and I won't get into all that, but if you know, because I've said that a million times. But that's the only reason why I don't have an Apple Watch. I probably have everything else, but in schools, in my school district anyway, and most of them I know, and a lot of business still, and I don't know if it's changed over, but a lot of people use PC. So I always got a PC so it can be compatible. Why do I always sit up like this? So it can be compatible with what I'm doing at school. So, but I think I want to get an Apple, and the one I looked at is super expensive. But that's okay. That's okay. I think I'm going to get it. It'll be a great investment, because if I, in fact, do retire at the end of this year, I'm going to take a break for 6 months. I'm not going to work. This is my plan. I don't plan to work for a good 6 months. And then I want to get a stay-at-home job, like a work-from-home job. And I'm sure as soon as I get off of here, I'm going to have a bunch of text messages about what I could do to work from home. Because every time I say that, when I'm on the phone or wherever, I get emails about working from home. I get a couple text messages. I'm like, Google is so smart. They're listening in. If you're listening in, Google, tell Eli Lilly to bring down those prices. Jeez, Louise. So Joe, that's what I think I'm doing. Z is in the house. Hey Z, how are you? All right, so that's what I think I'm doing. I think I'm getting I don't know. Let's see. All right, Delilah is saying, I mean, seriously, how can anyone expect all of us to never do videos that overlap with other channels? There's only so much you could do or discuss unless someone else has done it. Yes, and I agree with that. But I'm going to tell you, Delilah, it's so funny. I know of someone, this guy, who always used to talk about, not always, but he would talk about people copying him, copying his videos, copying things he was doing. And turns out now he's copying stuff. And so, it's like people say that, and I say he will learn fast that it's only so many different ways you can, talk about your weight loss journey and talk about what's going wrong with Mounjaro, what's going wrong with Zepbound. So you are going to have people, copying and, titles and all of that. And then, if you subscribe to some of these gurus, then they'll tell you to get inspiration from other people's videos that do well. And that's the thing. And you're going to put your own spin on it. So, all the content creators in here, if we gave everybody, if we gave everybody in here, a title, you gave me Simply Taisha, you, Delilah, Harjareen, Joe, we all got the same title, and we were told to go make a video. I guarantee you it's going to be a different way we approach it. Everybody's going to have their own approach to it. Everybody's going to be different. And I think that's what makes YouTube special. I think that's what makes everything unique, right? You put your own twist on it. But I say, if you've been complaining about people copying things from you, don't go around and copy, because guess what? I'm going to remind you. I'm going to remind you that you said that, right? I'm going to remind you that you said that. So I think creativity is a good thing, but I think, at some point you got to be creative. You got to put a different spin on things. People have to have, it's when somebody says Downsizing Diva, it should be things you associate with me, right? That's just me, my special thing. And when somebody says simply Taisha, she should have something you associate with her. When somebody says Delilah, there should be something you, in my opinion. Now, this is just my opinion. I'm just a girl on YouTube for 1 year. I don't know everything, but in my mind, that's what I'm thinking. So, and I would like to say, I think my channel is very different. I'm not doing things everybody else is doing. When I came up with my name, Downsizing Diva, I kind of looked around, and it was somebody who had like Downsizing Diva who had not been on here for years and years after I came up with my name, and I was going to change it. The reason why I have Diva is because I'm a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and one of the things we call ourselves is devastating divas. And so I was like, okay, I'm going with the Diva, but I was trying to find something that wasn't so my sorority, but also meant like going down in the pounds. So that's where I got the downsizing from, is Downsizing Diva. That's where I got it from. And then after I had my heart set on that name, I said, geez, I didn't look and see if somebody else had that name. And so then I went and, kind of looked it up. And nobody else I didn't see anybody. And then I saw this one lady, and she hadn't been on there for like years and years and years, and made a video. So I was like, I'm keeping my name. I really like the name Downsizing Diva. I think it has a ring to it. It could be like a brand name. And so, yeah, but that's one of the things I will say, Delilah, it's going to stop me from watching other people's content as much, because I know Countess of Shopping has said this. She doesn't watch other people's videos because she wants to be original and have her own ideas. And she does. Like, I mean, if you think about how she does her titles, this, that, and the other, it is different. You could tell she's her own blueprint. And I kind of like that. I kind of like people that have their own blueprint. However, I do, it's just like there's no, I think of it as like there's not one Martin Luther King, right? You have one Martin Luther King, I will say that, but people took some of what he was doing, right, to and kind of incorporate that into what they were doing. So I do get that. It's one original, and then people copy that original, but you put your own twist on it. And so I do get that, but I do think it's something special about, having your own thing going on. I like that. I like the Downsize because there's two of them, right? They have that, yin and yang, they play off each other. I love that. I love, just it's, you can find somebody and you have a difference. So so if you're out there listening, you're a YouTuber or you're a content creator, or if you're in your real life, like if you're in a business too. Raquel, Donna, Monica, hello. You guys are so funny. I was like, see these names, I want to shout you out. So I think even in your real life, like at your job, your business, if you have something that works for you, like showcase that, like make that work. Make that work for you. And what I love about YouTube is it's free, right? It's free. And as a content creator, if you come up with other things you want to do and, other things you want to get involved in, people have choices. They could either do it or they don't, they can or they can't. So, I think that's cool. So I don't know how I got off on this tangent, but I see Paul is in the house. Hey, Paul. How are you? How are you? Yes. That's so funny. So Paul is saying we need a Mel to the B channel. I don't think Mel is interested. But if she ever changes her mind, she know I'm going to be one of her #1 supporters. If she wants to do that. So I think that's great. So let's get into, first of all, what are you guys drinking? Do you guys have a drink? So I'm going to be asking you guys some questions. And before we do that, I do want to say, just in case somebody has to leave early, we have talked about getting together. And, this is so funny. I wonder if Taisha remembers this, but we talked about getting together last year when I first started going live. Like, you remember when I was first started going live? I started going live in September. And we started talking about, we need to get together. We need to start, meet up. And I remember Simply Taisha and I were all about it. And we still can, because we live, they don't live that far, so we have to work on that. But we started talking about going live a long time ago. Now the Downsize has beat me to it. Other people have gotten together and beat me to it as far as organizing it. And I wouldn't have organized it. Honestly, somebody else would have had to say, come on, Diva, you are in charge, take control. And so that charge has, I think Darium has appointed me the committee chairperson. So I talked to Bellflower today, and we talked about, Jerlene, and I don't, Jerlene talked about this, and Delilah, I think, talked about this before, but we talked about going to Vegas. So that's where I think we should go if we want to meet up and go to Vegas. This is the caveat to it, though. I don't think, this is not like the Downsize cruise where you're locked in a cruise and you're on a boat. And you might have security, this, that, and the other. And really, because that incident that happened in Vegas kind of scared me. So I think, when we talk about going to Lovely and Tanya Bell, how are you? Hello. When we talk about meeting, I think we should, we're not going to say what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together, I think I'm going to do this tomorrow so it could be on my Sunday live, but we're going to put together a little interest form, like just a little Google form. If you're interested, email me. I'm going to put the, if you want to say something in particular, you can email me. My email address is always on my videos in the description, but I'm going to put together a little Google form. If you're interested, we're not planning on going until next year sometime, but I'm not going to say the specific dates. Only if you're going will you know the specific dates, just because we just thought we don't really have security. We're ladies, hopefully some gentlemen will come, and we just want to be careful out here in these YouTube streets, and I was just thinking, like, on that cruise, I think you go on a cruise, you go on a boat, you don't know, they didn't know all those people on the Downsize, whoever was going, but what they knew is you're in an enclosed place, it's security, you're on a boat. Vegas is more open. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Vegas or anywhere else that we would meet. And so we just kind of want to be a little bit more secure about it all, because you just never know who's out there watching and who's, whatever's going on. So if you're interested in going, we're going to be planning that Vegas trip for next summer. We're going to give out some dates. We're going to probably meet off YouTube, in a video form to kind of talk about it once it gets close, and we'll talk about it. It'll be a place, it's funny because 2 years ago I went to Vegas and celebrated with my 50th birthday with 10 of my friends. I always say, like, my closest friends didn't even get to come. They for one reason or another, they didn't get to come. So maybe one of them will come with me on this trip. I don't know. But anyway, so we want to plan that, and we just want to have a good time. But wherever you stay, one good thing about it, when I plan my trip to Vegas for my birthday, I told them, this is where I want to stay. This is where I'm staying. But if you don't want to stay there, you can stay somewhere else. So I have a friend who's just also a teacher, retiring next year with me too. She came, and she stayed at a different place. She's all about that casino and gambling. She goes to, I don't know if I can say that, all that casino. And she, she's in Vegas like every year, New Year. She celebrates her New Year in Vegas. So she loves Vegas. They probably have a golden ticket for her once she gets off the airplane. So she knows Vegas. She knew where she wanted to stay. So I say all that to say she didn't stay with us where we stayed. She stayed somewhere else because, whatever she has going on. So you're not locked in. I guess we're going to make it so that, if you have like what do you call those things? Bellflower just told me what that's called. Not a resort. A timeshare. So if you have a timeshare in Vegas, if you have points in Vegas, if a hotel you want to stay at, you could do that. And if you're like, oh, this Downsizing Diva, she's so bougie, she wants to stay at the Grand, Palace. I'm not trying to stay there. Stay wherever you want, but we're going to plan activities for us to get together. So we could either stay in the same hotel, we could stay at different hotels. I don't know. I'm just going to tell you, honestly, I like all things fabulous. That's just, I just do. So if you don't want to stay at a hotel, you say, I'm not even going to be in this room. I'm not paying for an expensive room. I'm going to pay for, something, that's not as expensive, and I'm going to spend my money doing other things. I think that's great. That's the spice of life, is diversity of thought, diversity of how you want to spend your money and your time. So we're going to respect all of that. We're just going to have things planned out for you to do. Hopefully there's a good entertainer that's there while we're there. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's what we're going to do on the Downsizing Diva channel. We're going to have a get together, but we're going to make it a little bit more private only because, we're women, a lot of us. Now, I don't know, Paul, are you down? Are you down, Paul? But, we just want people to feel safe and secure. Like I said, there was an incident that happened that was based in YouTube. That was not, if you heard about it, it was real. And we just don't want anything like that going down at all, at all, at all. So, so we just want to be, just kind of secure too, right? Secure, because we don't all know each other, right? We all could be, we don't know what's going on with each other. But a lot of us are so excited to meet up. God is good. My faith is in God. I have a feeling about people. When you have an intuition and a feeling about people, whether it's good or bad, you go with it. And a lot of the people that I made connections with, I have a great feeling about. So, I'm looking forward to it. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to try to get that link on Sunday, my Sunday video. If not, I'll do it Wednesday, but I'm really trying to do it for Sunday. So if you're interested in going to Vegas, let us know. And, you don't have to do it Sunday, you could just do it whenever, but I want to get that up. So I'm going to be getting together with Bellflower. And we're going to be coming up with that. I was going to say Nicole. That's why I was debating. But, we're going to come up with the form, what we want to put on there, and then we'll go from there. Vegas is hot. Now, when I plan my, my birthday is in July. And when I planned my birthday in Vegas, I was in Vegas on my birthday, and it's in mid-July. It was hot, but I only really hot a little bit because I go from hotel to hotel, or I was in a car. I don't really walk the strip and get all hot. Now, I might change my mind. Who knows? Hopefully by then I'll have my 65 more pounds down, and maybe I won't be as hot. But I'm not like going to be walking the strip and outside a whole lot. Like that's just, I won't do that. So I was in Vegas, and I couldn't. It was hot, but I wasn't hot. I was only hot for a good 10 minutes, if that. Those hotels and casinos and all that stuff, everything has air. But I will say, the last day of our stay, I was at the Cosmopolitan. What happened? The air conditioning went off. They lost electricity. I mean, the casino went down. I don't know if the casino had like a backup. The casino had a backup, but the elevators didn't. Isn't that crazy? Like they know what's important. So, but luckily we were leaving that day. And so it didn't really affect us as much. And then they had like a terrible storm that came like right after we left out. So anyway, I say all that to say, you just got to kind of have to, if you like it hot, you could walk that strip, and wherever we're going, I'll just meet you there. And maybe you could get me to walk the strip. I don't know, but I hate to be hot and sweaty to that degree. I mean, it's hot in Vegas. That's midsummer like that. So, and everything I like to do, Jen just said, don't forget Vegas is gambling. Oh, I don't want to say that word, shopping and eating. Well, the funny thing is, all those things I like to do, I don't do those outside. I'll be doing that stuff inside. That's too funny. I went to Vegas in December. And when we went to Vegas in December, I was cool. Like I had to wear a jacket. It wasn't, it was like mid-December. It wasn't, what do you call it? The New Year time. It was, I want to say like the second or third week in December I went. And it was cold. Like I had to have a jacket. But before that, up until there, it's just hot there. I don't know when you're going to avoid that unless you go November, December, January, February. It's just really hot. So people said, water. I'm drinking this. So let's get started with our game because, I could talk forever. But I wanted to bring that up just in case, put that on your radar. Think about it if you want to come and meet us in Vegas, and we're not going to advertise. And the only reason why I say that, it is on the channel. If you're really interested, we want to know. We don't want to exclude people, but who knows who's watching right out there right now. Eli Lilly could be watching and try to come and raid our Vegas fun. I don't know. All right, so let's see what you guys know about my channel and our channel. I should say our channel. This is really our channel, right? Because I'm sharing this with you guys. So I thought we would do something fun to see how much you guys know about my actual videos. Because I remember when I got to, I want to say 1,000 subscribers, we did a little, what do you know about Didi? It was more personal about me. This is kind of like about my videos, right? So we'll see what you guys know. Play along, have fun. We will see. We will see. We will see. In May, the weather was perfect. Well, May, I'll just be getting out of hopefully retirement. So this is kind of going to be like the retirement, the full-time Didi on YouTube and the retired Didi. Oh, this is going to be part of my retirement. Okay, so let's get started. Let's get started. So in the chat, we're going to start off with, just like a multiple choice, and then we'll go to the true false of it all. Okay, all right. So are you guys ready? I see a lot of people said they were drinking water. Anybody drinking something different than water? Graves is drinking water. Sparkling water, Donna says, with lots of ice. Yes, my ice is melting as we speak. I mean, it's warm in here. I probably should be drinking out of this. It's probably easier. I might have to pour my drink in here. This is like a lot. This is, it tastes better. Not so much ice in it. Okay. All right. So anybody else drinking something different than water? I saw a lot of water. Paul says Vegas is his second home. All right, Paul. Okay, all right. Paula, what is Paula drinking? Oh, and Miss Linda, I should have known you were gonna have a great drink. She's on that channel popping up some good drinks. If you want some summer refreshing drinks, go for it. Tammy is another one. All right, so we have people watching at home. So if you're watching at home, play along with this game because I'm just curious to see how much you guys remember about these videos. All right, so this game is called How Well Do You Know the Downsizing Diva channel. All right, so number one. Now everybody should know this. What medication did I start my GLP-1 journey with? What medication? Was it A, Wegovy, B, Ozempic, C, Mounjaro, D, Rybelsus? When I say I started my journey, February of 2024, that's when I started. What medication did I start with? A, Wegovy, B, Ozempic, C, Mounjaro, D, Rybelsus. Joe, did you tell me what time it was in the UK? I can't remember. I probably can't remember. I didn't see it. It's been so many comments in here. Oh, Snapple Zero Sugar Peach Tea. Ooh, that sounds good. Jen said Vegas in the summer. It is, Jen. I'm telling you. I thought that too when I went for my birthday, but it was fine. Ooh, Element Sparkling Water, citrus salt flavor. That sounds great. Oh, this one, Bellflower, I did add my Element to this. Okay. All right. So what are you guys saying? So we have a lot of correctamundos. All right. So Mel changed her answer because I said 2020, February of 2024. Okay. So we have C's. So we have some D's. We have B. We have D. We have Rybelsus. We have D. We have C. Ozempic. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Technically, Mia, how are you? I said, technically, Mia. No, I didn't start my journey with technically Mia. No, I started in February 2024. It was C, Mounjaro. Okay, now that was the trick. Okay, so what medication? Type it in the chat. What medication? It was a GLP-1 that I used before Mounjaro, and it didn't work out so well. What was that one called? You said I'll be sleeping in. Okay, thank you for coming. I'm excited that you stayed up. You stayed here. I love it. All right. What GLP-1 medication did I try before Mounjaro? Just type it in the chat if you remember. So a lot of people said it. What did Paul say he was drinking? I didn't see that. Wait. I'm going to need some extra credit, right? That's such a teacher answer. I love that. All right, so you guys, it was, oh, you guys are putting the in. It was Ribelsis. That was what I took before. Here we go. Hard to read. She got it. It was before I started Mounjaro. I took Ribelsis, and my doctor tried to get me to take Ozempic, and I was so afraid to take that Ozempic because I was afraid of the needle, and I didn't even want to try it. Like she said, "Oh, if nobody people say it's okay, no one complains." I said, "No, ma'am, I can't do it." So that's what. And so I said, I'll try the pills, and yeah. So the pills, that was just not for me, and it wasn't the pills; it was just the way Ozempic made me feel. It just wasn't a match. So. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. All right. Number 2, how much weight have I lost in my first 16 months on this GLP-1 called Mounjaro? How much weight have I lost? No, my daughter didn't even know. No one has the right answer in the chat. Oh, I finally see a right answer. I see 2. All right. Joe was the first one that got it. Paul says 76. Close, Paul. Joe, Sleep and Slim Down Journey. She got it. It was 74 pounds. Mel said 76, 73, 75, 73. All right, very good. You guys were close. Z got it, 70-ish. All right. Okay, very good. No, I am down 74 pounds. Very good, very good. All right, let me get my daughter out of here. All right. So question number 3. Ooh, here's one. What was one of the biggest changes I noticed while I was taking Mounjaro? What was the change that I noticed? Was it let me put the correct answer up here. Was it better sleep, A, increased cravings, B, no appetite and food noise gone, C, or D, a higher A1C? What's one of the biggest changes that I noticed while taking Mounjaro? So A, better sleep, B, increased cravings, C, no appetite and food noise was gone, or D, a higher A1C. Ma'am. She said, hopefully by Saturday it'll be 76. I'm proclaiming it. Yes, thank you. We shall see. All right, a lot of people are saying C, and you guys are right. Mel has spoken. Yes, Paul, she has. All right, you guys are right. It is C. Very good. C. It was C. It was. I noticed that I had no appetite or low appetite, and food noise was gone. That was a biggie, right? For most of us, that food noise is out of here. All right, very good. It was C. What about number 4? What do I often say helped me stay motivated? Was it A, watching my old videos? Was it B, reading medical studies? Was it C, tracking non-scale victories? Was it D, eating whatever I wanted? Oh, what was it? What do I often say help me stay motivated on this journey? A, watching old videos. B, reading medical studies. C, tracking non-scale victories. Or D, eating whatever I wanted. What was it? Hey, Miss B, how are you? Look at that beautiful lady. How are you? And she came in. with the correct answer. She is right. Tracking non-scale victories. It is C. Everybody looks like they had that one. Very good. Tracking my non-scale victories. Okay, okay. Number 5. What? Oh, this is a tricky one. What theme color is part of my Downsizing Diva brand? Is it A, teal? Is it B, hot pink? Is it C, red? Or is it D, purple? Can you guys hear me swallowing? If so, I'm going to stop that. What theme color is part of my Downsizing Diva brand? A, teal, B, hot pink, C, red, D, purple. I don't know where the new ones start off at. Jeez Louise. I'm so sorry. He said it was saying geez Louise. Let's see. She says, Grace said, food noise gone meant more space in the noggin to become a YouTuber. Yes, for sure. Definitely. That's why I say, yeah, do something else with that time, energy, and effort. It is C, red. Red is the color. And you know what? Look at this. Look at my little comment section. That red color is my branding color. And when I first started making videos, my video thumbnails were red, black, and like a yellow. And I changed that because I thought it looked kind of masculine, I think, and I really wanted to go with purple, but Zepbound Journey with Ange had purple, and I thought, I don't want to be so close to her, and she already, she was already established kind of here on YouTube, so I thought I'm not going to do a purple. That'd be two purple ladies, which now I probably could change it to purple, but if my sorority bras are the Qs and they're purple, so I love purple. I just did. That's the reason why I didn't do purple. Now when I said, okay, I'm going to change it because red is so kind of like more of a masculine kind of color. I wanted to soften it up a little bit, and I went with pink because pink was my mom's favorite color. And so I was like, oh gosh, this reminds me of my mom. And I think red and pink are kind of complementary, if you put them together correctly. So that's how I ended up with the pink now. So, one day I may change. I don't know, but red is definitely the number one color on my roster. So if you got that, good for you. It was red. See, red. Pink, it is pink, but not hot pink. It's a light pink, not a hot pink. So that's why that was a tricky one. I wanted to trick you guys, and some people I did. Number 6, how about this one? What milestone did I recently celebrate? A, 1,000 subscribers. B, 1 year on YouTube. C, my first brand deal. Or D, my first live stream. Which one is it? A, 1,000 subscribers. B, 1 year on YouTube. C, my first brand deal. Or D, my first live stream. What do you guys think? It is pink, Mel, but it's not hot pink. See, it said hot pink, not, it's like a light pink. My mom loved light pink. Let's see. Oh, how sweet. Let your light shine. How are you? She says, I see you, sis. Your consistency is contagious and inspiring. Keep showing up for yourself and the people. It doesn't go unnoticed. If no one else has told you today, you rock. Thank you. How sweet. Oh, my goodness. We got to have some confetti for that. Jeez, Louise, she came out of the blue with it. I love it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's see. She says the opening of the Jeez Louise show. Yes. That is so funny. I have these sayings. My saying it was Jeez Louise, but I have sayings at school too. And the kids always talk about it, but I haven't used my sayings at school here yet. Well, Jeez Louise, I say that at school too, but yeah. Every year I have a different saying that I say to the kids. It's funny. All right, so it was B, my first year on YouTube. This is my first year on YouTube. That was my first thing. And it's funny because I could have had my first brand deal. I just turned them down. I haven't found anything that I could really stand behind and like say I'm using it. If I'm like, if I'm advertising jewelry, I want to be able to use it and wear it. It has to be a good piece of jewelry to get me take this off, because this reminds me of my mom. And the only way I'll take this off, I have like a charm with my mom, her and I's name on a heart, and it's encrusted. It's really nice, but I haven't really worn it because it just, I don't know, it kind of, this cross this is true to my heart for my mom. So if I lose this, I'll be replacing the cross. But yeah, so when it was this jewelry company, I talked about this in my membership, one of my member lives only, lives, where I talked about this jewelry company wanted to, me to be like a model, I guess, for them. And I looked at the thing and I'm thinking, all these young girls. So I thought that was cool, though, that I was even asked, and I ended up not doing it because, first of all, I don't want to wear another necklace. I guess I could photograph in something else and put this back on, but that's one of the things. This is just so true to my heart with my mom that I don't want to take it off. So, but, I could have done the earrings. I just really wear basic. I'm basic. I wear basic. Rings, I got a couple of nice rings I wear, but I'll be willing to do all that if it, because I think you guys would really probably like it. Everybody's not, like me, that wants to wear the same thing. Some people like to switch it up. So, and maybe if they ask me again, or if they come back around and ask, I'll do it. But anyway, so yeah, so I don't have a brand deal yet because I've turned these brand deals down. It's a couple other things I turned down too. So if I do present you guys with something, I'm sponsoring, believe I'm really, think it's a great idea and I'm invested in it myself. Otherwise, I don't have a need to do it. Number 7, which of these topics have I created a full video about? Now, this is a good one. A, how to bulk up on Mounjaro. B, carnitine for weight loss. C, fixing food noise with ginger tea. Or D, strength training versus cardio on a GLP-1. Which one of these topics have I made a video about? A whole full video, not just a short. A, how to bulk, B-U-L-K, up on Mounjaro. B, carnitine for weight loss. C, fixing food noise with ginger tea. Or D, strength training versus cardio on a GLP-1. She says, I see technically it was all of the above since we were true. Since they were true at one point. Oh, no. Let's not get technical. I love that. Yeah, that's true though. I did have, but it says recently though. See, that's the key word. Recently. Grace, I love that. She says, I can't wait for the Downsizing Diva merch store to open. Yeah, I've been thinking about that. At school, I do wear a hat that has my name on it. I call myself a coach because really that's what you are doing, coaching. And I try to relate to the kids' sports because every kid pretty much can relate to that. And some, the kids that really aren't into sports even get into it. So I call myself a coach and I wear a hat that says, coach. And so, I was thinking about that too, but we'll see what I'm going to do with that. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just trying to just catch up with life and all the things I got going on. But yeah, I definitely thought about that because, everything I'm doing here I've already done it at my school, with my kids and things I do to be creative and, have fun with my students. So it's kind of like, it spills over into this whole YouTube. All right, so you guys, if you said D, you were right. Strength training versus cardio on a GLP-1. How about that? Strength training versus that cardio. Remember that? That was a live stream video. All right, number 8. Now, this was a tough one because I've said this before, but I haven't said it a lot. So if you missed this one, I probably would have missed it too. So number 8, what do I call my community? Like out of these ones, which have I used as a term? A, the Diva Squad. B, GLP-1 Warriors. C, the Downsizing Fam. Or D, the Shrink Club. That is too funny. Which one? And I think I've may have said this like once or twice. I don't really say it. I don't really refer to it a whole lot. But which one do you guys think? A, the Diva Squad. B, GLP-1 Warriors. C, the Downsizing Fam. Or D, the Shrink Club. I need to consult with Darian for. I think when I have my members only lives, I've been calling them the Diva Den. But I was saying Divalicious, but then we started having the guys, and so I don't know if that's appropriate guys want to be involved in that. So I've been saying divas and dudes. So I don't know. It's a bunch. Diva Squad, I think, is cute though, but I feel like we need to be doing some cheers if we're saying Diva Squad. So, but you were right. It is Diva Squad. If you said A, that's what I have referred to you guys as, the Diva Squad. Like just very minimal. Just you really had to be paying attention to know that. The Downsizing Fam, like I think people come in and say that when they come in the chat. I don't know. I might say Downsizing Diva Family, but I don't just say Downsizing Fam. So yeah. So that was a tricky one. All right, what about number 9? If you get this, you are good. How many views did my very first video get up to this point as of today? How many views did my very first video get? Oh, choices, sorry. 95A, 102B, 86C, 54D. As of today, how many views does my first video have? 95A, 102B, 86C, 54D. Ooh, what are you guys thinking? My very first video. Now, this should give anybody hope. If you're out there creating YouTube videos and you run across this video and stay this long, we're like an hour in, you stay this long and you say, geez, Louise, nobody's watching my videos. This should really give you hope. If you're on here and you're a content creator and you're saying that to yourself now, this should give you hope. So it is C. It is C. 86 people to this day have watched my first video. Can you believe that? Only 86 people. I checked I checked about an hour ago. So maybe now I have 87. But my very first video, I didn't get a whole lot of people watch it. And I mean, remember, that was over the course of 11 months. Like it's going to be a year. Well, no, 12 months, right? 12 months. So after a year, my first video only got 86. So this is what, if I don't come on YouTube ever again after tonight, this is the message here is consistency, showing up, right? Showing up and, saying you're going to do something and you do it, saying a time and you stick to it, being consistent with whatever you're doing, rain, sleet, snow, or shine, pretty much I've come being consistent. So I think, and I'm glad somebody who out of my, people I normally talk to have said that, of course, but that somebody noticed it, that, that consistency is there. And so going live 3 times a week, I didn't start off the 3 times, but, I developed into that. And then making a video, like I commit to making a video. If I don't make a video, I at least put out a short once a week. So I do that in addition to, and really my only goal when I started was to make 1 video a week. That was what I started doing. That was the goal, to do that. And so then I just kind of worked up over time. So that should be an inspiration. 86 views. And I'm going to check and see if it went up to 87. And, I will add here too, I haven't had a viral video. Now they say in order for a video to be viral, it has to have like a million views in a week is considered viral. But in this niche, we don't, our genre of GLP-1 weight loss. We don't really have a lot of videos. I don't think we had any videos that got up to 1 million. Now I could be wrong, but let me know if I am. If I am, I want to shout those folks out because I think that's a great job. But in our genre, it's kind of harder to do that. So that's why when Simply Taisha, she was the first one I saw. Now that I don't know everybody, I'm talking about the people that I watch, but she was the first person I saw that her video got, double digits in a matter of days. She was, 20K, 30K. I was very proud of her and impressed by that. And then now 2.0 Mommy is, she's up there. She's like, 40K, almost 50K on one of her videos. And it's not, I don't even think it's been 2 months. I mean, so in the GLP-1 community, people just aren't getting views like that. So when I see somebody getting views like that, I give credit where credit is due. And I just think that's a great job that they've been able to do that. So, but for us, for somebody like that, to me, that's like a viral video, right? Because in our genre, that's not really happening yet, but that's okay yet. So I have yet to have like a viral video. So I've just been consistent over time. Like that is, been the key to my success. It's the consistent over time. So okay. Last question on this multiple choice, and then we'll do something a little bit, easy. We're going to do the drinking game. So you take a drink if you're right, though, and not if you're wrong. All right. So number 10, what do I say at the end of every video? And if I skip, it might have been once or twice. I don't often skip. A, turtles unite. B, slow and steady wins the race. Just don't quit. C, slow doesn't mean never. Or D, go Dee Dee, go Dee Dee. Which one is it? Which one is it? Let's see. Low carb queen. Hello. Are you coming back from cooking on that channel to stop by? She says, I was just talking about your video on slow responder versus plateau. Oh, thank you. Look at you. How are you? Low carb queen. I love how you have that on your profile pic. Super cool. She's over there cooking up a storm. Thank you. She's saying hello to everyone in the chat. Hello, and welcome. Okay, so you guys were right. It is B, slow and steady wins the race. Just don't quit. Now, one of my new taglines I'm going to be saying probably a lot here is slow doesn't mean never, right? Slow doesn't mean never, because I realize we have, and I think a lot of people that are attracted to my channel are, because, I say I'm a turtle, which I am, if I'm, associate myself with an animal in this weight loss journey. And, I've lost weight slowly over time, and, I will get to my goal. I will get there. So, and I hope when I'm at that finish line, whatever the goal is, I want to see all you guys, maybe, but by Vegas of next year, maybe I'll be at my goal or close to my goal, at that time. Maybe it'll be the end of this year. Who knows what will happen? But I know, I'm going for it. I'm going for the goal. I'm like halfway through my journey. So if you're just joining my channel, like you're right on time, because I'm halfway through. Okay, so this is a little drinking game. Thank you, Darium. This is the little drinking game we're gonna play. This is true or false. And if you are correct, take a drink. And if you're, because it's hot, you probably want to take a drink. If you're not, you're gonna be thirsty. So if you're correct, take a drink. Darium says, my pastor used to say, delayed is not denied. Yes, I love that too. Delayed is not denied. You're going to get there. That sounds like a pastory thing. Like this must be a Baptist guy, a Baptist pastor, because that's what they say. All right. So number 1, is this true or false? I've been on Mounjaro for exactly 12 months. Put a T or an F in the chat. True or false? I've been on Mounjaro for exactly 12 months. 12 good months. Is that true or is that false? Mail to the B was first on the draw. Okay. Oh, okay. Some of these folks are going to be drinking with me. Okay, it is false. It is false. It's false. I've been on, this is my 16th month. I need to stop saying 15. It's 16. This is going into my 16th month. So, yes, that was false, not 12 months. So, let's take a drink. Anybody who's drinking, I'm drinking with you. Okay. My goal is to have this all, I got some more to add to this. Jeez, Louise. All right, number 2, true or false? I've lost over 70 pounds during my GO1 journey. Is that true or is that false? I've lost over 70 pounds. Oh, geez. You think I could drink this by the time we're done today? They gave me the wrong, I can't believe they gave me the wrong drink. Now that I'm thinking about this, geez, Louise. Whew. Has some element in here. Bellflower element. It's pretty tasty. Okay, what are you guys saying? It is true. True. I've lost 74 pounds as of my last weigh-in on Sunday. The Sunday that just passed. So 74, true. So all the people that said true, let's drink up. You have to drink if you're right. Before I had you drinking if it was wrong. This time we're drinking if it was right. When we go to Vegas, we're gonna play a drink game. We're gonna play a drinking game and we're gonna see who can make it out of there with some correct answers. I'll be able to see what you're drinking. Number 3. Okay, so wait, did you guys get that? It was true. Number 3, my channel only covers weight loss content. Ooh, true or false? That's a good one. My channel only covers weight loss topics. Oh, wait, I'm drinking before I'm supposed to be drinking. My channel only covers weight loss content. Okay, you guys are good. That is false. Who can tell me in the chat, what are some other topics I've talked about that you could think of? Put those in the chat if you can think of some other topics that I've talked about. Yes, menopause. Yes, Taisha. PCOS. Who said menopause? That was male too. Okay. Mammograms. Yes, we talked about the mammograms. Dating. Yes, losing it with grays. Health and wellness. Yes, women's health. yes. Premenopause, perimenopause, menopause. Yes. Remember when I grace that menopause, when I go over into menopause, it should be August 2nd. Now, what day is August 2nd? Because we're gonna have a menopause party. So if you're if you're perimenopausal or if you're menopausal, you're gonna be invited. We're having that's on a Saturday. We're gonna have a menopause party to celebrate menopause. Remember Halle Berry said that. Wouldn't it be something if I could get Halle Berry to come on here and to my menopause party? Jeez Louise. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we're gonna have a menopause party to talk about when I cross over to the menopause line. I'm the type of person, when I get to the menopause line, they're gonna they're gonna move the line and move it back a stretch. So I won't make it there. We shall see. Okay, so what else are you guys saying? Okay, you guys are good. You're saying, oh yes. Darium, I was wondering if somebody was going to say the finances. Yes. So that's what I'm working on now. Something for this group with the whole finance of it all. Oh, okay. Yes. Celebrities, different celebrities. Remember we talked about the lady that what with the Uber driver, what's her name? She got I can't DeMoss. I think her name is DeMoss. We talked about her too. And we talked about, so yeah, I have a video tomorrow coming out about Lizzo, and Taisha's a member, so she already watched it. So you guys got to be on the lookout. It's coming out. It should be released, I think, at 8:30 in the morning. So that's going to spark a topic for us to be talking about too. you know, when that video comes out. DEXA scans, yes, we've been talking about the DEXA scans, interviews, yes, stocks, trading, yeah, we're going to be doing something with that. Skincare, perfume, yes, dating, did I say that? Type 2 diabetics, yes, PCOS, menopause, look at all that stuff, mammograms, yes, all that stuff we've been talking about, you know, on the Downsizing Diva channel. So isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? I love it. I love it. Very good. Very good. Okay, so let's go to number 3 or number 4. I created a GLP-1 drinking game for my community. True or false? I think everybody got that last one right. Everybody said false. There's not only just weight loss content. Okay, so that was good. I created a GLP-1 drinking game for my community. True or false? And everybody should have that because we're playing it now. Yes. Let's see. That's a trick question, Darian. Yeah, so that's what we're playing now. You know, and of course, it's more fun if you have like, you know, your cocktail instead of a mocktail. But we had a good time even with the mocktail. I remember the first time we played this game, I laughed so hard, I cried. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. All right, so you guys all right. Yes, 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 the drinking game. The drinking game. That game is definitely going to be on and popping when we go to Vegas for sure. Number 5, I call my community. No, I'm not going to say that one. That's not a good one. Because, yeah, no. How about this? Okay, yeah. Okay, we'll do it. I call my community the Downsizing Diva Nation. True or false? I call my community the Downsizing Diva Nation. We just kind of talked about this, so that's why I was like, I don't want to do this one, but let's see if somebody wasn't paying attention. Maybe they forgot. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so Miss Linda, we're gonna do a drinking game, and we're gonna use one of your drink recipes. So you have to give me. We'll have to go to your channel, and then I'll have to post it. I'll post a couple of your videos, and we can use. And we're gonna make the drinks, and then we're gonna do a drinking game. Not this Friday coming up because it's the 4th, and I don't think probably won't even be on here on the 4th, but that next Friday. Yeah, so we'll do that, Miss Linda. So you got to let us know what's 2 good drinks, and then if people want a different drink, the other than I post, they could just go to your channel. But I'm going to put your channels up on my community post so people could go there, and then we'll make the drinks, and then we'll come back and we'll drink them. Love it, love it, love it. I love it. Okay, let's see. Okay, so you guys all right. It is false. I do not say nation. That word nation just threw it way off. That's not in my I never called you guys that at all. So if you were correct, take a drink. I got a drink. My stomach is going to be so full. Okay. This is so funny with Pilates. You know, you put yourself on a wait list for the classes, and I just got a message. You're off the wait list. You're off the wait list and confirmed for Thursday, 7/3 at 10 a.m. And I did Thursday because the 4th is Friday. So that's so funny. I just got that notification. All right, number 6. I did a video about walking on the treadmill and chatting. True or false? That last one was false. You guys were right. So hopefully you took a drink. So for number 6, I once did a video about walking on the treadmill and chatting. Is that true or false? Okay, that was true. That was true. That was here. I did one before too. I think I've done two where I went live and got on my treadmill and walked, and this last one was everything. I mean, it was so funny. So a lot of the people that came in the chat were on lunch break and chatting it up with me. And I didn't stay on there long. You know, I said I'm only gonna stay on here long enough to get this walk in. Because you know, exercise is not one of my favorite things to do. But I do realize I need to do it. And once I'm in, you know, I'm all in. And so yeah, that was just kind of my motivation to get on the treadmill in addition to, you know, the strengthening, you know, activities and workouts that I'm doing. She says, well, that was an outlier. All right, number 7. So if you got that right, you got to take a drink. Jeez, Louise. All right, number 7. I've never talked about non-scale victories on my channel. True or false? I've never talked about non-scale victories on my channel. That should be easy peasy, lemon squeezy. True or false? Okay, you guys are good. Dun, 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 dun. That was false. And of course, you guys know I talk about non-scale victories all the time. And when I weigh in, I always on Sundays give a non-scale victory, even though I'm weighing in, whether I lose or not, because I just think that's so important. So hopefully you guys are going to be sharing those. Taisha is on it. Taisha is on it. Let me tell you. Oh, sorry about that. I'm saying sorry to my glass that I knocked over. My mom, I gotta give that lady credit. She raised me to have some good, my mom and dad with some good manners. I'm saying excuse me to the cup. Number 8. I've tried both cardio and strength training during my journey. I've tried both cardio and strength training during my journey. True or false? She said, I'm on my laptop. I'm tired of Mel showing me out. Love that. Love it. Love it. Love it. And I'm just so impressed that Joe is she is staying up from the UK to hang out with me. I love that, Joe. Thank you. You are very sweet. Slims in the making. How are you? How are you? Of course, I love saying that name. Slims in the making. I feel like that's me. Love it. Love it. Love it. Kim, J, Sweet Healthy Life. How are you? It's so funny you came in on this question. My AP partner, we haven't been reunited. When we reunite, I'm going to say reunited, and it feels so good. That is too funny. She came right up in on that one. I love it. Okay, that is true. So if you have true for that one, take your drink. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, all right, very good. I don't know what these are. I was like, this is not my normal drink. I'm still can't believe that lady gave me the wrong drink. All right, number 9. So if you said true, you are right. Let's you gotta take a drink. I just took one of mine for true. All right, number 9. I go live. Oh, I'm sorry. I never go live. Wink, wink. I only post pre-recorded videos. I never go live. I only post pre-recorded videos. Is that true or false? This is so funny. It's so funny. Okay, while you guys are putting that in there, let me just get these. I'm gonna go to here. I'm gonna print this out. Okay, you guys, everybody should know that's false because actually, right now we are live. We are live and in living color. All right, let's see. I have to print this out. Oh, here we go. All right. So if you said false, that is false. Of course, I love to be live. I love to be live. So some of the it's another game I want to do with this group I should say this group with just us, but I can't do it because let me see. I'm about to print something out real quick, but I can't do it because I'm just afraid it's going to take up more memory than I have on this computer. So once I get a new computer and get it going, we'll be able to play a game where you can see everybody's answers in a different kind of a way. Simply Banks, how are you? How are you? Look how cute you are. Oh my goodness, love it. Cute profile pic. WV. Okay, so did I know you were in here, WV, and probably forgot. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So that was false, right? We know I go live all the time. So number 10, I've mentioned that food noise disappeared while on Mounjaro. Is that true or false? I mentioned that my food noise disappeared since I've been taking Mounjaro. Yes, you are right. She says, I need that question stricken from the... Yeah. It's all the way live. It is, Miss V. It's all the way live. I love it. Okay, you guys are right. It is true. True, and true. And true, and true, and true. Was it true? True, yes. Okay, yes. It was true. Okay, what about this question? Ooh, do you guys know this? Is this true or is this false? You guys don't know because we kind of just did it. We'll see who's paying attention. My very first video had over 1,000 views in the first 24 hours. Is that true or false? My very first video. Let me see. Is that true or false? You guys are like, who got that one first? Because we just kind of talked about my first video had, how many views. You guys are right. That is false. My first video only had 86 views. I'm going to look before we get off this live and see if it's up to 87 in a whole year. Can you believe that? That's crazy. I looked that up today and I said, wow, you got to have tenacity to be in these YouTube streets. You could get disappointed real quick. When people aren't watching the videos and then all of a sudden, if you stick to it, it just takes off. It takes off. So yeah, that's another message in here for that one. For you guys. Okay, number 2. Oh, not number 2. My next question. Ooh, how about this? Is this true or false? I almost quit YouTube at one point this year. I almost quit. True or false? What do you guys think? I almost quit YouTube at one point this year. True or false? Oh, that's a good question. That is a good question. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. I was trying to, this won't let me do it. Jeez, Louise. Okay. I was trying to add my little members up here so I won't forget. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. I was able to add it. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So you guys, what are you guys saying? What are you saying? So I almost quit YouTube. Do you guys think that's true? A lot of people are saying false, true, false. Okay, we got a couple truths. Actually, that is false. Honestly, I never thought about quitting, not one time at all. Now, I have been overwhelmed. I will say that. I have been overwhelmed with getting the videos out. Like I said, I got videos just ready to be edited that I haven't put out yet. because, I'm just behind with that editing and, everything I got going on, trying to get these videos out. It's just, I'm a slow editor. And I kind of labor over too many things, I think, trying to come up with it. But, but, and I have a lot of things I'm doing, this summer. I was like, I'm going to do everything. I said, I'm going to do so many things this summer, and it's almost July, and I haven't done half of the things I wanted to. So yeah, but I mean, you just, what can you do? But I never once thought about quitting. So that's a good thing. All right. True or false? I've never edited. Oh, this is a good question. I've never edited a video on my phone. Is that true or false? And Mel says that is so false. Not about the phone, but about giving up and quitting. Yes. So I've never edited a video on my phone. Is that true or is that false? You guys edit on your phone? Jeez Louise. This is an interesting question. You're not going to believe the answer. Let's see. Is everybody done taking a guess? Okay, so the actual answer is that is false. I haven't edited a long form video on my phone, but I have edited a short video on my phone. And yeah, I started doing that, and I was like, oh, I didn't want to, because I just like to, I don't know, something about being on my desktop on my computer. But I said, no, I need to do this. I need to try it on my phone. So I have, but very few. It's some of the short videos I've edited them on my phone. So that is true. That is true. But for a long time, I did not. So yeah, that's just kind of more recent here. Love that. Okay, what about this one? I've gone live without brushing my hair. Is that true or false? You thought I was talking about long form videos, Taisha? Yes. No, yeah, the short form is the ones I've done on my phone. So do you think that's true or false? I've gone live without brushing my hair. True or false? I'm gonna scratch my hair now that I'm thinking about it. This is too funny. Oh, okay. A lot of you are saying it's a toss-up, false and true and false. Well, any more guesses? Without a hat, nope. Okay, that is, I have gone live without brushing my hair, but that's because it looked okay. Because guess what I have sitting right here? A brush. So technically, what did I say? That's true. I have gone live without brushing my hair, but that's because I haven't needed to, because I do have a brush right on hand. And if I'm having a hair day where, like it's a lot of frizzies, excuse me, or I sweat, my hair becomes frizzy, or just the humidity of it all, I'll have on a hat. Usually if I start, and then my hair gets kind of smashed, how you get the lines in it. So if I have that going on, I'll put a hat on, just because I don't, want to go through trying to straighten it or trying to make it not be frizzy or whatever. But yeah, that was tricky. Remember that Run DMC song? It's tricky to rock around, that's right on time. It's tricky. It's tricky. Okay, all right. What about this one? Oh, I've changed my channel niche, which means like what my topic was, my whole channel, at least one time. So that means I wasn't always GLP-1. Is that true or false? Do I have a poker face? Have I changed my niche? She said, I haven't needed to, because she got it like that. Thank you. No, yeah, I haven't needed to, but you never know. Just in case, us ladies have to be prepared. Okay, you guys are good. We got a lot of falses. That is false. I have not changed. I've always been GLP-1. But remember I told you I did those 3 live videos and they were about getting out of debt and all that with debt and this, that, and the other. And you know, those videos, good information in those videos, but they really didn't get put out by YouTube because, you know, I am um you know, weight loss and people, I was trying to make it work and trying to make it work. And then finally, you know, Chris from the Downsize told me, he said, you just need to start a new channel. He's like, no, your videos aren't going to be pushed out. And he's like all into that, knows what's going on with all that. And so, you know, once he said that, it kind of confirmed what I already knew for myself, but I was trying to make it work. And so, yeah, so I just have to wait till I'm retired to make videos, to make actual videos about that. But I want to get the information out before then. So I'm trying to figure something out, but yeah, it's just, yeah. So anyway, but yeah, you guys know my secret goal, my life's goal is to be a day trader. Like I really would love to do that. You know, but we'll see. We will see. Not a big time, because you gotta have big time money to be a big time trader. I don't have big time money, but you know, I could dabble in, and you know, get my toe in and stick my toe out. That's what I've been doing when you know, in the summers is what I normally would be doing, but I haven't been able to do it because I'm on YouTube. So that kind of cut that out. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to that, doing a little bit. Uh, okay. I was gonna say they sent me another Pilates thing. Okay. All right. So what about this question? That was a good question. What about this one? True or false? I've cried after reading a viewer comment before. Is that true or is that false? I have cried after reading a viewer comment. True or false? I'm trying to have on a poker face. Okay, all right. What are you guys thinking? Okay, okay. That is, we still have people guessing. Okay, that is going once, going twice. That is true. That is so true. Yes, it has been some people have tugged at my heartstrings. I mean, geez, Louise, I never had one that made me cry in a negative way, but I've had some really nice, thoughtful comments that have just brought tears to my eyes, made me cry, and just so sweet, so sweet. Yeah, so that is very, very true. All right, what about this one? One of my videos went viral by accident. True or false? One of my videos went viral by accident. True or false? Okay, what are you guys thinking? Yeah, some of the comments are very moving and touching, and people really take time and put effort into some of these comments too. It's like, geez, Louise. Okay, we're gonna do after this question, we're gonna do 2 more, and then we're gonna celebrate you guys, and then we're out of here. All right, all right. So we have a few. All right, it is false, false. I've never had a viral video yet. I have yet to have a viral video. So yeah, that is false. Oh my goodness, my goodness. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more questions and then we're gonna celebrate you guys, and then that is it. What about this one? I have deleted a video because I hated how I looked in it. True or false? I have deleted a video because I hated how I looked in the video. True or false? So appropriate. Sandra, my weight loss twin. How are you? How are you? Oh, my other weight loss twin. Look at you. Hello, hello. Love it, love it. Okay, so what do you guys think? You guys think, have I ever deleted a video because I did not like the way I looked in it? This is a tricky one. Yes, Delilah, that's so true. You know what they say, viral for you may not be what others get, but it's huge numbers for you. Yes, 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 yes. So I do have a huge one for me, but it's not still not viral, and that's okay. I'm okay. But yeah, you're so right. So right. All right, all right. Okay, so you guys, that is true. That is so true. Yes, I have several videos. When I looked at those videos, I said, "Oh no, no, no! I will not be putting this out." And one of them was I had this perimenopause video, and I recorded it in like October, and I was editing it, and it just would not come together. I recorded that same video like 3 times. The first 2 times I didn't like the way I looked in it. And then by the third time, it wasn't so much how I looked, but I had lost so much weight. So you could clearly see that video was done a long time ago. You could see in my face was so much chunkier. And I was like, I can't put this out. And so, but yeah, I've had videos where, yeah, I did not like the way I looked, and I just got rid of them. So some of those videos, one day I'm gonna put a compilation together, because some of those videos, you'll see. I'm like, oh, I have this one video, and I keep saying I'm gonna put it out. You could tell I love the video though, but you could tell and I think I say my weight, and it was like when I like 20 something pounds ago, and so but I love the topic of it, and I cry in the video. That's another thing. I cried in that video. I was talking a lot about my mom, and I was like, I'm not putting this out. And I've cried in videos before, but I mean, this one really, when I watched it back, some of the other videos I watched back, and I don't necessarily cry when I watch it back. This one, every time I watched it back, I would cry like a baby. So I said, I'm not putting this video out, but maybe one day I'll put that video out. But it's just, like I say, it's the topic. It's like a lot of talking about my mom. So I'm sure if I watched it tonight, I'd be boo-hooing about it. But yeah, and yeah, but it's a good topic. It's one of those topics that it's related to weight loss, and but it's one of those topics that it's a struggle for a lot of people. It's a struggle, and I've talked about it before. And so I made a video about this same topic, taking that whole personal part out of it. And so I need to, I'm going to show that video one of these days. But yeah. So that is so true. Okay, last question, and then we're going to do some celebrating. Let's see. Let's see. What can I ask? How about this? What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this? I script every single video word from word. Do you think that's true or false? So I script all my videos word for word and do it that way. What do you think? True or false? Wait a minute. I think I left my conscience at the front doorstep. Isn't that Willow? Every time I'm telling you, every time I turn on YouTube, I don't know if somebody's copying her videos. Wait a minute, don't steal my song, little lady. That Willow Smith song comes on every time I turn my shorts on. It's like she's there saying, wait a minute. I think I left my conscience at the yes, little lady. Oh, okay. All right. So what are you guys thinking? Yeah, you're not even supposed to be in here. What are you doing? Okay. So what do you guys think? You guys are saying false, 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 false. Okay. All right. You guys are right. That is false. I do not. Now, some of them I do script, and I said when I'm researching things, I read from that because I don't want to mess it up. trying to memorize it and do all that. And I am not, I am not, that smart to know all that stuff off the top of my head. But yes, but no, I just have kind of like an outline of what I'm going to say, but I don't really script things, if I'm researching, I have it out. But yeah, so do you guys, I don't know, any of these YouTube creators in here, are you reading? Now, some of my first videos, I was reading from a teleprompter, and I remember reading from a teleprompter. I could go back and play that video now, and I'd like think, what was I thinking? But I was so scared I was going to mess up, and that's what I knew to do. So I'm glad I graduated from there. I'm glad I graduated from that. So I said, I want to shout out my little members. But in the meantime, does anybody drink all their drinks since we've been on here? Because I don't think I'll drink all this before I go to bed. But Bellflower, thank you, because I feel like I got energy, back from putting those electrolytes in my drink. I feel a little bit refreshed. So what are you guys celebrating? Now, I'm celebrating 2,500 subscribers. Can you believe that? I cannot believe that. I'm celebrating that. I'm celebrating 1 year and 1 day on YouTube. Let's see how many subscribers I have. I'm celebrating that. I think that's so cool. So it tells you. So I have 2,513. I cannot believe that. 2,513 subscribers. I'm so excited about that. Everybody out there that's a subscriber, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't say thank you enough. You get people watching and then they don't always subscribe. So I'm glad people are starting to subscribe, right? Because I certainly have. The one thing I'm impressed with myself, and it's not the subscribers, it's not the views, it's my watch hours. So I was just looking, I have, which I think is a great feat, right? I have 16,000 hours, over 16,000 hours of watch time. I just think that's amazing. Can you imagine 16,000 hours of watch time that people have been watching these videos? So yeah, I just think that's amazing, amazing, amazing. Like that impressed me more than the views and the subscribers, because I just think that's a lot of people watching your channel, or that's not even, a view is if somebody clicks on it for the 30 seconds and that they give you a view for that. That's not even the view. That's people who sat there and like watch for hours and hours at a time. Not one person, but you know what I'm saying, over the course of time. So that makes me super proud. 16,000. That's a lot of watch hours. And it's actually, probably a little bit more than that. So I just think that that's so cool. So those are my victories that I'm celebrating. And see how weight does have nothing to do with my non-scale victories. So tell us what your non-scale victories are. I think people, or if you want to say something about weight, you can. But I think sometimes people come and think that they have to report out these great numbers of losing, or doing something fabulous with your weight. And really, it can be just, are you winning in the game of life? I want to, if you're not, what can we help you with? How can we help you problem solve? That's what I want to know. And in the game of life, everybody is not going to be winning all the times, but it's when you are struggling, how are you facing that? How are you handling that? What could we help you with? That's what we want to know. So, okay. So Joe, what are you celebrating? I put all the pics I'm going to use on the slide and just hope for the best. Jeez, Louise. People are saying congratulations. Joe says I got a heart monitor fitted this week. His name is Hart Garfunkel. Joe, that's why I love you. You have such a great sense of humor. I love that. Here you go, Joe. Here you go, Joe. Here you go. Here you go, Joe. Here you go. Love it, love it. Very cool. Okay, what are we celebrating? Anybody else? Let's see. Let's see. Let me not skip down. Congratulations. More congratulations. Do we know what today is? It's your Diva-versary. Darian, is that you? Look at you on that profile pic. Wait a minute. I think I see Darium on my front doorstep on YouTube. Whoa.
Just wait a minute.
Sing it, baby.
I think I at the front doorstep.
And I see Darium right now. Darium, what a handsome fellow you are. Look at you. Oh my goodness, that made my night. I saw Darium in the flesh. Jeez, Louise. Yes. That's amazing, Joe. You and Hart Gofunkel gonna take great care of you. Yes. Oh, geez, Louise. Okay, all right. He said, leave it up to Daria. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes, Darium. Diva Versity. What is it? Diva Versary. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so Miss Linda said, I don't even edit my videos. There is no script for me. My channel was started for accountability to self. I don't know what I am doing. She said, my 14-year-old grandson helps me. Okay, Miss Linda, did you hear that though? We're going to be posting. You're going to be the star of not this live, the next live, which I don't think I'll be live next Friday for the 4th. So after that, we're going to have a drinking game. We're going to be making your drinks. And yeah, so we got to get that going. So you got to tell us your top 2 drinks that you say. Now, if I'm going to put 2 videos up of your top 2 drinks. If you want something else, if they want something else that, we don't feature, they could go, they'll know to go to your channel because I'll put it up. So yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to make whatever. I think I'm going to try to get that Tracy Ellis Ross in there. I'm going to try to get that topic, but so whatever it is, we'll work with it and make it fun. All right, Miss Linda with the drinks, serving the drinks. Darium has to put a little spice in the chat. Yes, Darium. Yes. Dee Dee, you just noticed his pic. Yes, I just noticed it. I sure did. Mel says that's a super handsome photo, Darium. That's his glamour shot. We know about those glamour shots. She said, dapper Darium. Yes. Miss Linda is the diva in her house. She'd be making those concoctions, and her grandson be sipping in the background. She also makes the 2-ingredient sorbet. Yes. And you know what? You just seem like a natural on there. You need to be on like Good Morning America doing one of their features. You know how they featured the drinks and stuff? I know a lot of folks, but I don't know anybody that's doing it like that because I'd get you on there if I could. Thanks, Dee Dee. That is sweet of you. Yes. That was a great idea. I love a good idea. We're going with it. Miss Linda, I'm loving what you're doing. Yes, we do. Very good. And you look good doing it too. Plus a stellar personality. Yes. Grace, yes, thumbs up. Very good. I love that. Anybody else celebrate anything? And I gotta put this back up. I just want to give a quick shout out to my little channel members. I appreciate you guys. We got to do something special with the little channel members here. We have Simply Taisha, Bellflower, the Mail to the B. We got Jerlene. We got Real Talk with Elaine. We got Beverly. We got Perfectly Pamela. We got Nia. We got Black Squirrel. And I don't know if I missed somebody. Did I miss somebody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did miss some people. Who else didn't get it? Oh, we got, okay, wait. And then let me put everybody on there. Wait a second. We got some more folks up in the house. Baby Dee Dee, you're not a member, honey.
I'm a member in spirit.
Oh, she said I'm a member in spirit. Jeez, Louise. We got Levon. We got It's Darian. We got Dr. Bobby. We got Harjorie. We got Kate. So all those members, thank you for joining my little membership. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. We have to do something. I got to get that going. We got to get that going. We got to get this Vegas plan. We got things to do on the Downsizing Diva channel. Darium says, oh, thank you all. I was told that I was slacking and folks talking about my sad profile pic behind the scenes. Oh, he said it's sad profile pic. Jeez, Louise. Yes, yes, yes. And that's the thing. I think people think when you don't want to show your face, they think you got something to hide, like, or you don't like the way you look. Because I'll never forget Zepbound journey with Ann. She told me when we interviewed, when we talked on the phone, and she's such a nice lady, I think. She says, I just still can't believe you didn't show your face. You're so beautiful. And I said, well, it's not about how I look, though. You know what I'm saying? It's just about being comfortable doing it. Not necessarily I was worried about how I look. So I get it, Darian. But now you didn't put yourself out there as the handsome prince or king, because we call you King Darian. So yeah, we're on it, Darian. We are on it. All right. So thank you guys for celebrating with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So Nicole, I don't know if Nicole Bellflower is still in here. I'm going to be talking to her tomorrow. We're going to kind of look into this Vegas thing. We're the committee with the committee. So we're the committee. We're going to be putting some things together. And I guess I will see you guys on Sunday for my weekly weigh-in. Yeah, and let's see how I'm doing. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. It's rough over here in the 12.5 milligram land. But I'll let you guys know all about it on Sunday. So thank you for celebrating with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. And it's another year, more fun, more women's health, more men's health, more everything. We're going to take it up. Maybe we could take it up a notch. I don't know, but we'll see. I just know we're going to have fun, and that's all that matters. We're going to have fun. We're going to celebrate each other. We're going to reach our goals, and if we don't reach our exact goal, we're going to get so close to it that it's like we reached it. So I will see you guys. You have a good night. Take care and stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, right? We got Saturday, Sunday. Good night. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Kisses.
Kisses and hugs.